self-marriage tourism, anti-trans feminism, and chair-girl dynamism. Coming up today on The Point.
That was so Brooklyn-y.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas me faire? Tu me fais pas peur. Plus de souper avec tes parents.
Hello and welcome to The Point, the only talk show bringing gay and straight men together to see what happens. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Fred.
What's going on?
We're back together again.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, let's see what happens. You're cheating on me now? Like, what the fuck?
You're all the way over there. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Come visit me, bitch. Well, maybe this will be of interest. Talking point
Tell
number
us.
1, self-love.
Oh, Adam knows about that.
Well, Emma Watson, the actress,
Love her.
she made some news recently because she gave an interview with British Vogue in which she describes herself not as single, but as self-partnered.
What's wrong with that?
It took me a long time,
Said
but I'm
it's
very
stupid.
happy being single. I call it being self-partnered.
Yeah, but she calls it. So what is wrong with that?
Self-partnering focuses on the ideal of being happy and complete as a solo individual. A self-partnered person would feel whole and fulfilled within the self and does not feel compelled to seek fulfillment through having another person as a partner.
This
According
is an
to
entirely
a clinical
made-up thing
psychologist.
for nothing. Like, it's just, that's being single. That's what that is. That's being a human being. And she's made it into a thing for no reason. It's
She doesn't make it.
ridiculous.
She didn't make it into a thing. They asked her, and that's how she sees herself, is confident enough being alone.
Yes, but why do you have to come? It's like this conscious
Because she's a
uncoupling
super
bullshit.
feminist, and she doesn't need no man.
No, she doesn't need a man, and I agree. I 100% agree. Be single, be you, be complete and whole on your own. That's totally fine. You don't need to. It's like the conscious uncoupling thing. It's called divorce. That's what that is. If you choose to be shitty and an asshole about it, fine. Or you can be pleasant. You don't need to come up with a new term. Just don't be a dick. And that's still divorce. You don't need to make up a new term.
I also doubt that,
Anyway.
like, it's more the media that I think turned it into a thing
Yeah,
that her.
she
If
didn't
she
make
just
it
wants
into
to
a
call
thing.
it
She just
that,
said
she
it,
just wants
yeah.
to call it that.
And agree, the media is wasting a lot of time.
And actually, there is an actual term for this. It's called sologamy.
Ew.
Sounds like a food.
Why does it? Yeah.
Sounds like an STD.
It's like something you gotta get
Gonna
there,
go with like
slogging me.
Or maybe it's sologamy.
Sologamy sandwich.
I don't know the pronunciation. But yeah, it's being solo and like.
God bless.
I like that idea. Sorry.
I don't like the idea, but that's the.
Do you consider yourself a sologamist?
No, I just masturbate too much.
Too much?
There's never too much.
Well, there
How
is.
much porn do you masturbate? Like every time, or do you just go sometimes with your imagination? I'm really
I
curious.
do it. I do it every so often with my imagination to prove to myself that I'm not addicted to porn.
I feel you, girl. I get you.
Right?
If sologamy is not your thing, what about autosexuality?
I don't know what that is.
Fucking a car?
That.
Like Herbie After Dark.
Right.
Night Rider.
Yeah.
Definitely a porn.
I'm just thinking about his Mini Cooper. An autosexual means
Italian job.
an autosexual is someone who is attracted to themselves.
That's called narcissism.
Yeah. It's like a narcissism who's
No,
sexual.
so if you had a clone, would you fuck yourself? No. Your clone.
I wouldn't because I'm not gay.
Yeah, for the gays here.
I don't know. If it was like a female clone, I don't know, that'd be weird.
Wouldn't that just be like a
No.
paternal twin?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
or
super
fraternal
weird.
twin, or
No,
however
I'm
that
asking
works.
the gays.
I probably would. I probably would. Like, why not?
It would depend if my clone is a bottom.
Oh my god. It's whatever you want him to be.
I mean, the bottom line is
Bottom line.
yes. Am I attracted to the type that is me? I mean, it's not my type.
It's a simple question. Would you fuck yourself?
Oh, sure, why
Jesus.
not?
Well, I guess this is like that question from Chasing Amy back in the day, where he's just sitting there asking the gay people, like, "Do you just stare at yourself naked in the mirror all day?" Like, you know, I mean, are you attracted to yourself now? Forget
actually-
whether there's another clone.
Well,
like,
I mean, that brings up another question, even for the straight guys. When you masturbate, do you look in
In the mirror?
In the mirror.
No, why? Why would I ever do that?
I know a lot
Just
of people
sitting
do,
there like,
but like, no, thank you.
It's
Wait,
fucking
what?
weird, man.
Is that a
Do
thing?
you look in the mirror?
I
Yeah, he does.
I don't masturbate that often, but
I look at my phone like this while I'm laying down.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not on selfie cam. It's got, yeah.
yeah. I mean, sometimes sometimes you do it in the bathroom, and the bathroom mirror is right there.
I'm looking down.
Again, no, it would be looking at the phone or
I'm looking at
eyes
whatever-
closed, thinking about something.
Just like peeking over, giving a little wank. That's weird.
Okay, back to
do you stare in your own eyes? Like, are you looking at like eye contact or what's?
No, you just see yourself in the.
Sits on his hand, looks in the mirror. No, is that what? It's a stranger.
Shit on your. I'm
See
sorry.
your hand go
Oh.
numb? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a
Go
ventriloquist
lefty.
sort of thing. I was like, what?
Is there a question in this thing?
Well, would you do yourself? Would you ask that question?
Okay, well,
Would you?
I'm just ahead of the times. Even though I hate myself, I probably would because I have low standards.
Tito.
Oh.
So much to unpack there.
So much to unpack. So much to unpack.
There's so much to unpack, and yet there's so much crap to pack.
And how does your boyfriend feel about you saying that you have low standards?
Oh, no, he hates when I talk bad about myself because he thinks I'm beautiful.
You are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
But he's
For
the most
people who
beautiful.
are sologamist or autosexual, this is a growing trend. Single people taking part in self-marriage ceremonies.
Ew.
God.
This is stupid. That's stupid.
This is why I want to record a Christian album. Like, because I just, like, people will waste money on shit, so I feel like I should get a piece of it.
True.
I don't know. Anyway,
I
I'm
would
not
listen.
going to.
I would
don't
listen.
know.
This is there's
very
a
Heidi of you.
Japanese company in particular that they offer a 2-day solo wedding package, including choosing your own special gown. This is for women. Bouquet, a limousine service, stay at a hotel, and a commemorative photo album.
Okay, like
That's so lonely.
I think
and
the only way
sad.
this works is if you're not allowed to have any friends or anyone like you have to be literally the only one at the ceremony. You throw the thing, it falls on the floor behind you. You have to be steeped in your isolation. I think that has to be a tenant.
me when I'm 40. Like that's literally gonna be me when I'm 40.
Next season.
You'll
Next
look,
season.
Let's not go crazy.
you will look beautiful in the gown.
Thank you. I would look so
I
pretty.
don't, I mean, number one, this just sounds like I'm going on vacation by myself, right? And I'm gonna pamper myself.
Yeah.
But
You're going to a spa week or
right, yeah,
something.
yeah. But why would you go through like a ceremony? That's what I don't understand.
Because these places can make so much money off of
Yeah.
the idiots who
but
do
why
this.
are people paying for it? That's my
Because
question.
they're idiots.
Because they're gonna be alone for the rest of their life, and they know that, so they have to marry themselves.
But why do you have to have I mean, even if you're a couple, I mean, I kind of question why go through the brouhaha of a wedding ceremony. But okay.
Allow love into your life, Fred.
I love weddings.
Yeah,
They're
weddings
so
are
cute.
fun.
I know, but they're expensive and they're kind of. I mean, throw a party, fine. But the gown and the
I love them.
I mean, I know people who have spent like $30,000 on a wedding. Why? Why would you do that? And then
idea.
destination weddings, where like you talk about people, you're going to Japan to have your self-marriage, then you're gonna invite people to like a destination self-marriage?
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
destination marriage is
No.
a fuck you.
It's just
No.
joining them on vacation.
No.
When I was
just
a-
You can just have a regular marriage and then ask people to give you $1,400 each.
or just go on vacation
Yeah.
and leave everybody else alone.
When I was in grade 5, I married my jacket. Had a ceremony and
What kind of
everything.
jacket?
It was like a
Starter?
It was a dance jacket. It was a dancer jacket from my dance company, and I married my jacket at like a birthday party.
I married my best friend.
Basically, it was somebody else's birthday. I wanted attention, and I married my jacket.
Wow. Who officiated?
I think her mom. I think her mom
Wow.
did it. Yeah.
Did you consummate the relationship with your jacket?
Of course I did.
There's
Hello.
always Jack in it.
Always.
And you haven't cleaned it since.
No.
Still fits.
Still fits.
Ew.
Love it. Wore it here today. Not yet.
No, you
We're
didn't.
in here today.
What did you marry?
Nancy, my best friend.
Oh.
That's cute.
Multiple times.
That's
Like when
It
you
was
were
a green
kids?
card
No.
wedding.
That's so like normal. I love it.
Oh,
With our
Married a
couch
jacket.
forts and stuff.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute.
that's cute.
Straight
But
baby
do you
Tito.
still have the jacket?
I think it's at my parents' house.
Okay.
I don't have it personally.
Okay,
It's at my
hopefully it
parents' house.
is
It's at my parents'
clean.
Tell your
would've
parents to
assumed
throw
I was-
out
I
your
hope it's
grade
clean.
5 jacket.
Yeah.
Throw out that jacket,
Sorry,
please.
he said he was 5. There's no 5-year-old who's fucking their jackets.
I was in grade 5.
Oh, got
so
it.
I'm like 10 or 11.
Yeah, so that's you're
Things
starting
are-
to
things are
Things are
happening.
stirring.
Maybe nothing's coming out, but something's
Yeah,
popping up.
now
Oh, he's trying.
I'm trying.
It's just dust.
It's just stuff's
All
coming out.
right, let's move on.
Now it's time for Tito's midpoint.
That's weird.
Confetti.
This week we're playing on points. And it is gonna be fashion from the EMAs, which is the
Electronic music
European Music Awards. Wow.
You're European.
I love it.
Electronic
Being all
Mouse
over the
Association.
European pissing. Sorry.
All right, let's start with the host of the show, which was Becky G.
100,000,000%. Who is
Where's her
that?
dress?
I know.
The screen
It's just a head.
And
floating.
décolletage.
What I think this outfit is, I say, is on point.
Who is that?
She's great. Becky G.
I don't know who
I
that
don't
is.
know.
Singer.
You can't explain
She
somebody
was in-
by their name.
She
That
was
doesn't.
an actress. She was the yellow Power Ranger in the new Power Rangers movie.
Oh.
The lesbian.
So you know, when I was compiling this list together, I don't know half these people.
know.
Just so you know.
She's great.
He
though.
does, but actually. Next we have Ava Max.
Yeah.
Current
Yeah.
pop star. She performed, even though I hate her hair.
I hit her whole face in this.
Her hair is a thing.
Her
I
hair,
like the
she's
disco ball
really
look.
just looks like Lady Gaga when
You're
she came
trying to
out,
be,
and I
yeah.
don't
Has anybody seen that
no.
the meme of the vagina with teeth in it? It just looks like that.
God.
Vagina with teeth.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't love it. Her
terrifying.
performance wasn't even that great, and
Oh, the outfit's cute.
I like her music, but
Oh, I think the outfit's
Yeah,
she
cute.
just seems a little basic.
She's sweet, but she's psycho.
On.
Next. Wow, I see what you did there.
Is that the song?
That's her
she's singing?
song.
Oh, I know what she was saying.
Sweet but psycho. That's a song that was in the zeitgeist and was everywhere and
I don't know
little
that
bit
song.
psycho.
Who's this?
Who is this?
Who is
This is Rosalia.
No idea who that is.
She's very big in Latin America.
And
She's-
her fashion sucks.
And the outfit's hideous. I don't know who
The
she is.
jacket portion's a little boxy, but
I like the underneath. If it was just the underneath stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I
point.
feel like in motion this
It's
thing
super,
looks
super
good.
big.
You know what I mean? I feel
Possibly
like
in
you
motion,
just,
yeah.
I'm
You're a
saying
half.
on point.
I'll give
Yeah,
you a
I don't
half.
like it.
I don't like it.
Next we have Nicole Scherzinger.
She looks good.
Are you going out for a Saturday night bar crawl or what?
Yeah, it's very
Going to
very
get some
good.
young.
I mean, it's very cougar,
That for a little bear collar.
but it's hot cougar.
Go for a bar
I
crawl,
think she's
guys.
stunning, but this is very basic.
It's hot
Yeah,
cougar.
I don't like it.
I like it.
For an awards show?
She looks like she's going to Croc Rock for a couple
like it.
375 vodka sodas.
Yeah.
Next we have Niall Horan.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're
Just
great,
a
bud.
guy in a
That's
suit. It
very-
looks
Love.
good, but I mean,
He looks so
Nice suit, though.
good.
nothing special about this.
Everything about him is special.
No. I don't know.
Very
who
handsome
this is.
man. Way to go, man.
I wish there was a little bit more palette color. Not like, that's about it.
But I notice no socks.
I like the no socks.
I'm wondering if he has.
He probably has
like,
those ones
the-
that just go around your
yeah,
toes
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Maybe he
Ballerina
can't
socks.
afford socks.
Maybe he can't. Oh, we should send him some money.
He must have the ballerina socks. Or whatever they're called.
Yeah, the
I
ones
love
with
those
the
socks.
things.
Saved my life.
I've always wanted to try them, but I haven't.
They're nice.
Yeah, they?
Next.
Next we have my girl Mabel. She performed that night as well.
What's happening? What is
Mabel?
Mabel looks
Mabel.
like that's coming through her
Don't
legs.
call me up.
So my sister Mabel.
Don't call me up.
Call Me Up, God is a Dancer with Tiesto.
In
She
fact,
has-
Don't Call Me Up was a former Bop of the Week of his.
Really?
Sorry, I keep
many,
continuing.
she's been on many of my bops.
She's freaking gorgeous.
I'm gonna say on point, but I don't know how I really feel about this.
I could not have told you what she looked like, so I don't know.
super
But she looks
cute.
good.
She's
I
super,
like
super
it.
cute.
She looks good in the dress.
Next, we have also a major performer that
Dua
night.
Lipa?
Are you an
Dua
alien?
Lipa.
From outer space.
She is from the future.
Are you like a cult member?
I don't love
Yeah.
She's the leader.
I'm into it. I like
She's
it.
the I will follow.
I will follow.
You're gonna join that cult?
Fuck yeah.
You're joining. So,
I
sorry.
love Dua Lipa. I don't care
Dua
about
Lipa.
anything else in life, really.
Next, we have Halsey. I think she looks great.
Oh,
What is that?
Fuck yes.
Halsey looks
What
so
is
good.
that?
I love her hair and everything.
I mean,
Make a choice.
Are
Halsey, my God.
she.
Wait,
Those last two?
Are you
Fuck.
are you saying this for the fashion or what, who
Everything.
She looks like she ran through Fabric Land, and whatever fabric
And
she
some, like,
ended up
paint and shit,
running
too.
through.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's great.
Off point. Off point.
No.
I don't like the outfit, but I do love her face and hair and everything. Everything else.
I think if the white or the dark colors can like continue down or up, it would been okay.
It's very messy,
Mismatchy.
Missy matchy.
Yeah.
that.
Like I.
Finally, we have Pablo Vittar.
I wasn't ready for that.
I don't know who this
That's
is.
terrifying.
I don't want to know who this is.
Pablo Vittar is a Brazilian drag queen.
Oh God.
Doesn't matter.
Help
She
me.
became the first drag queen to win an EMA award in its
doesn't look like a
25th
drag
year
queen.
for Best Brazilian Act.
She has the best Brazilian.
And she has the biggest following on Instagram out of all the drag queens in the world, including RuPaul.
How is that possible?
What did this take place near a body of water that they felt like they
Water
were
wings?
going to
She has
fall in
9.5
and be in the
million
water?
followers.
It looks like
Climate
she's been
change.
sprayed by an alien.
I will say that
I like it though.
as a
I'm gonna
drag
lie.
queen,
Yeah, she's
it
great as a
works.
drag queen.
As a drag queen, it works.
No, I don't think
100%.
so.
If she were not if she were Halsey, I'd be
Yeah.
like.
I would say.
But she
As
also
a-
does.
as a
I
drag
don't
queen.
find
It's
that
too
she
far.
looks like a drag queen. Her makeup is
No, but she
very
is a
normal.
she
drag
looks
queen,
like-
and that's the
Then
point.
Then nah.
Yeah.
Off
It's all
point.
good.
Eh.
Off point.
Thank you, Tito, for today's very European midpoint.
Ooh.
That's me.
And now it's time for talking point number 2, Rage Turner.
Rage me up, girl.
Ha.
Okay, so author Megan Murphy. So controversial that she has been banned by Twitter.
Ooh.
What did she
But
say?
she is on the speaker circuit, and she recently spoke at the Toronto Public Library. Lots of controversy, but most of the controversy surrounded the fact that she is a feminist, considers herself a feminist, but is anti-trans, saying that trans women are not real.
What's called a TERF, a trans exclusionist radical feminist.
Wow, you know the
That's a
lingo.
thing.
I actually read the article and spoke with Laura about it.
I
and
thought
she
there was
helped me.
a
But-
joke coming at the end.
No,
of
no,
that.
no, no.
Like, I was ready. I was like, all right.
No joke. This is a dangerous person who
God damn it.
is
That sucks.
causing harm and shouldn't be speaking publicly.
is the equality of all sexes, so how is this?
How are you a feminist?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Well, who is
But
she?
also, who cares? Like, let people do what they want to do. Like, who cares? It
Well-
doesn't hurt you. Oh.
Well, but here's the thing.
Yes.
She was, okay, so she is the founder of Feminist Currents, which is billed as Canada's leading feminist website. She was banned on Twitter last year after several instances where she referred to trans women as male with the he, him pronouns. She denies being anti-trans, but insists that trans women are not women and that it's simply not possible for an individual to transition into another gender or sex. Now, problematic, absolutely.
100%.
Now, was the Toronto Public Library right to, number 1, invite her to speak, number 2, go ahead with having her speak after all of the protests and
including the employees of the library
Right.
that were against her speaking and spoke up, and the TPS didn't, or TPL, Toronto Public Library, didn't seem to care. I think it's problematic. I don't think that, like, I think that there's, again, like, we were talking, I don't remember when this was, the last week or the week before, about this sort of, like, we're living in a society, the hate speech kind of things. We have to agree upon the guardrails of society and the things that are going to push us to a better place, and mistaking this idea of like, oh, we have to listen to everyone. Like, no, you don't. You don't have to listen to Nazis. You don't have to listen to people who have opposite opinions just for this false sense of equality, of equal, balanced opinion. There are people who are wrong and should not be given a platform. This is a case of that. Just because she thinks that she is a feminist doesn't mean that she is, and her actions are problematic.
I would agree that whoever said that feminism is equality, and
it is.
yeah. So I agree. She doesn't conform to my. I mean, granted, I'm
The literal definition of feminism.
But I would say that she's not necessarily a feminist. But this whole issue of, like you say that we don't have to have like Holocaust deniers to counterbalance. But that's settled. Not law, but that issue is largely settled. The issue of being transgender is still an issue that confuses and
which is why you don't want to be giving people like this the opportunity to get their propaganda that is false. I mean, like I guarantee you could even scientifically prove that her statements are incorrect. A platform because it muddies the water, and the people who do need to be hearing the actual information so that they A, are knowledgeable about it, and B, feel more comfortable because they're exposed to these things that they haven't been exposed to before. That's what needs to be cut through, and this kind of stuff is just going to make it worse.
Sorry, I'm about to ask a very stupid question. Toronto Library, that's funded by the government, right?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I don't like that.
Right. I mean, that's somewhat questionable because it's a city agency. So should the city be, and even the mayor, John Tory, he spoke out against this.
Oh, did he?
I'm a little bit nervous about this idea of I don't like your speech, therefore I don't want your speech to exist. I'm all for the protests against her, and I would have liked to have seen a debate with her. I mean, I wasn't at the event. Supposedly the event was sold out.
Oh, wow.
Standing room only. So I would like to see a debate, like somebody, and her.
I don't even want a debate, just a conversation.
A conversation, but you know what I mean. A debate meaning I have this view, I have this view.
Sure.
People like that can't have a conversation.
No, it's true. That's true.
But I think the answer to speech you don't like is more speech, is to counter the speech, not to cancel the speaker.
But in a debate setting like you're talking about, that can be achieved just giving this person a platform in a public setting as well that's funded by taxpayers is not the same thing. That's just allowing them to speak. That's saying we're going to have an
And it's not even just
anti-climate
speech that
change,
you
like a
don't
pro-climate change
It's not
kind
even
of
just speech
rally.
you don't like, though. It's wrong. Like you're literally, it's propaganda. Like if you want to come out and talk about like religion, how God is amazing, blah 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 blah. I don't agree with it, but if you want to do it, go for it. This is like harming people.
Yeah.
This is literally causing harm. Do you know what I mean?
And yes, I do, and I'm not defending. I mean, I think
no.
what she's saying is I disagree with what
sure.
she's saying, but it's one of these things where I don't agree with what you're saying, but I defend your right to say it.
Yeah.
But I think what is important and what does matter is where they're allowed to say it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the Toronto Public Library was an appropriate venue, and I don't think that should have happened.
Speaking of Toronto and legal issues, Marcella Zoya.
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say about this because I read the thing ahead of time, and yeah, I have a very
I think it's just
specific.
because she's
Chair girl?
blonde. I think she's blonde.
Yeah, chair girl.
Is that chair girl?
You think she's
chair
hot?
girl.
Never mind.
Right? It's incredible how that can
I saw a
happen. Right?
blonde. My bad.
So
An extremely
Chair girl
filtered blonde.
is she may get she
Chair
is
girl,
facing
just to remind people who
yes,
chair girl
so
is.
she is facing up to 6 months in
Good.
jail
Fucking a loser.
because she's 19 years old. She admitted that she hurled a patio chair from a 45th floor balcony of a downtown Toronto tower onto the highway, the Gardner Expressway.
Very. Do you not know this story?
I'm
How do you
masturbating
not
too much.
know Chair Girl?
I didn't know. I had no idea.
I had a story about her, but now I forgot. But she was at a basketball game, and I don't know what happened.
She was at a Raptors game recently,
Yeah.
and I was
What
like, why
happened?
the fuck is BlogTO?
Why are we talking
Well,
about
talking about
she
this person.
is I mean, here's why this is. She is using her notoriety as being Chair Girl to launch a modeling career.
Of course she is.
Yes.
That's not
Well,
surprising.
maybe she can model orange jumpsuits.
That would be good. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
6
no,
months,
I
you're
said she was
saying?
hot.
With
I
6
feel
months,
bad
she's
about
facing
myself.
6 months in jail.
I'm
That's
ashamed.
like the absolute least
Yeah.
amount she deserves. Like, this
What's-
is a sociopath.
And
And they deserve to be locked up.
And this is the thing. The only reason why we know.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Jesus.
I would.
Well, what do you think about?
This is the
She's
Canadian
a stupid
equivalent.
girl wanting to try to film or do something stupid to like because she thought it was funny. Like it doesn't make her crazy.
But it's
or
not funny.
sociopath.
Like, how is in what realm of life is throwing a chair?
How many
from a
videos have you seen online of
45th
stupid ass shit people do just to get likes?
But so that you're throwing
Endanger
it,
other people's
yeah.
lives?
Endanger yourself is one thing, but
didn't
endanger
think- she's
other
stupid.
people.
She didn't think about
and
it.
Why?
Yeah.
And I'm
And
sorry.
she needs to think about it. And people who try to do
How-
this
I
kind of
know,
shit
you wanna say
need to think about it. And this needs to be an example.
Yes.
Be devil's advocate here. I've done some very, very stupid things in my life where I wasn't thinking. I don't condone this at all, but people make mistakes. And this is stupid because
She's
she's just trying to
young,
get a
too,
fucking modeling career. But I've done very, very, very stupid things.
And did
in
you
my life.
record any of them and put them on Instagram?
I might have if that were the times. But this
Okay,
was like
but
30
that's-
years ago.
Would you, if you knew of someone
I
who
would
was
not
doing
do that.
similar actions to the shit you were doing, and you saw that they had been put in prison because of their endangering people's lives,
Right.
would you have been as inclined to do those actions at the same time? Or would you have been more sort of like, oh shit, you know what, we probably shouldn't do this,
Stupid,
guys.
yeah, 100%.
So this needs to be an
And
example.
she
Yeah.
was doing like
Yeah,
that's what I
she,
thought.
she was doing kind of like what Lori Loughlin, you know the
Yeah.
you know where she came out of
Becky from...
she came
House.
out of the hearing and she was like waving to reporters
yeah.
and signing autographs.
So
no,
stupid.
No,
Read the room.
no, read the room.
I'm sorry, Chair Girl was signing autographs.
You didn't see that when she first came out of the
Yeah.
thing with like glasses on? She's like, yeah.
I remember
it was
she
fucking
had
bad.
an ice cap. I remember that like picture, like as if she was
Just loving it. Oh, what a she's
And
gross.
that's to me, yeah. Like, you want to have a career, you want to be a model. Okay, be honest about this and take your lumps, and then have your modeling career. Don't be like, I'm Chair Girl. No,
Any publicity is good publicity.
no.
My question is though, what's prison gonna do for her?
Well, it did a lot for everybody on Orange Is the New Black.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Wow.
Tito, Pop of the Week.
Bop of the week is MK and Sunny Fodera featuring Rafaela. It's called One Night.
Wild.
Woo! I think he made up those words.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/thepointguys. Of course, don't just hit the red button, but also hit the bell so that you're alerted every time a new episode is available. If you really want to help us out, the holidays are coming up. Come on, show us the love.
Send a direct e-transfer right to me.
Go to our crowdfunding site, Patreon, patreon.com/thepointguys. Our audio podcast is available on iTunes. Also, we're available on the streaming service.
Wild.
Fearless. Download the Fearless app for all their great content. And of course, let us know what you think about anti-trans feminism and Chair Girl and all that stuff.
I can't believe I said she was hot. I feel like such an idiot.
At The Point Guys, you'll do penance after. At The Point Guys on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a new show every Tuesday, so we will
See you next Tuesday.
on The Point.
Down